Well, coming to Goa and Goan identity, my dear friends, very recently the opposition caught on the government on one issue, and that is the celebration of the Asmitay Divas. This part I want to say it on konkani. पूण हो भाग जो आसा अस्मिताय दिवस व ओपिनियन पोल डे जो आमच्या गोंयांत जाल्लो ताचो आमी बरे भाशेन एक महोत्सव कसो करूंक जायो. We have to celebrate it on a grand scale. Yes, we have to. This is what MLAs like Vijay Sardesai, Yuri Alimov and the opposition parties tried to bang on the BJP or the ruling party in the Goa Assembly in this previous week. They said why this day is not celebrated. Is it because there are still some people in our state who still wants Goa to merge with Maharashtra and they just want to clear the history of opinion poll and so on and so forth and bring in elements which are more of the Maratha Samaj and not native Goan Kokni Samaj? Well, nothing against the Maratha Samaj because as Vijay Sardesai said that there were also a lot of Marathas who were in favor of Goa as a separate state and kudos to them. थोडे मराठा आशिल्ले जांकां जाय आसलें की गोंयांत एक वेगळें राज्य जावचें.
पूण ओपिनियन पोल डे धरून आनीक एक मुद्दो आसा तो म्हळ्यार रोमी कोंकणीचो. रोमी कोंकणीक म्हज्या इश्टानो जायतो वालोर मेळोंक ना. कोंकणी भाशेक लागून जायते झुजले तातूंत रोमी कोंकणी पासत जे झुजताले तेवूय आशिल्ले. पूण जेन्ना कोंकणीक मान मेवलो जायते जे डॉक्युमेंट दिवचे आसलेले बरोवपाक दिवची आसली ती रोमी कोंकणी नासली. पूण राज्यान जेन्ना कोंकणी शिंपडावपाचें आयलें तेन्ना देवनागरीन ती कोंकणी आयली. आतां देवनागरी कोंकणी आड म्हाजें कांयच ना. देवनागरी आमच्या देशाची लिपी जालें जाल्यार रोमी लिपी भायली म्हणून तिका नाकारप अशें आमी इतिहास कोंकणीचो मतीन दवरलो जाल्यार कोंकणीचो इतिहास मतीन दवरलो जाल्यार आमी रोमी लिपीक पयस दवरूंक जायना. कित्याक तें सांगता. कोंकणी आदी आसली तेन्ना ती देवनागरी लिपीन नासली आनी जालेंच रोमी लिपीनूय नासली. कोंकणीची आपली एक लिपी आसली. जेन्ना पुर्तुगेज आयले कोंकणी भाशेचेर तांच्यांनी जायते आड कायदे घाले आनी हाका लागून कोंकणी मारून उडोवपाचो प्रयत्न कसो जालो. हातूंत जी बरोवपा आसली जी लिपी आसली ती मारून उडयली. पूण कोंकणी भास जिवी उरली. थोड्या वर्सांनी कोंकणी भास जिवी दवरपाक लोक कोंकणी उलोवंक लागलो आनी हातूंत जे मिस्योनार आसले जे कातोलीक पाद्री आसले तांच्यांनी आपलें योगदान दिलें आनी तांणी कोंकणीचो जो ग्रामर आसा जे व्याकरण आसा तें बरोवन दवरपाक प्रयत्न केले. हें बरयतना तांणी रोमी लिपीचो वापर केलो. पुर्तुगेज गोंया आसतना आनी ते वेचे आदी पासून जी कोंकणी गोंयांत जिवी उरली बरोवपानी जिवी उरली ती म्हळ्यार रोमी लिपी. आनी कोंकणीक मान कसो ह्या देशांतली एक भासा म्हूण मान कसो जेन्ना आमच्या भारताच्या संविधानान कोंकणीक मान मेळ्ळो तेन्ना तेन्ना लेगीत कोंकणी रोमी लिपीन बरयल्ली. देवनागरी लिपीन कोंकणी बरोवप मागीर चालू जालें. जायतीं बरोवपां आसात कोंकणींत जी रोमी लिपीनूच आसली आनी कोंकणीक फामाद करपी कोण जे रोमी लिपी बरयताले आनी उलयताले ते जावं ते तियात्रिस्त पूण अदीक करून आमची जी कातोलीक समुदाय आसा कॅथलीक समुदाय आसा गोंयचो तो. कित्याक जी मिसां जातालीं ती पयलीं लातीन भाशेन जातालीं पूण 1962 ते 1965 वर्सा वातिकान दुसरी सभा जाली आनी पवित्र सभेन कातोलीक पवित्र सभेन निर्णय घेतलो की ज्या ज्या राज्यांनी ज्या ज्या गांवांनी पवित्र सभा आसा त्या त्या गांवच्या भासांनी मीस समरमचें आनी हाका लागून रोमी भाशेन मिसाल तयार करपाचो वावर सुरू जालो. कोंकणी भाशेन पवित्र पुस्तक तयार करपाचो वावर सुरू जालो. हातून रोमी लिपीचें जायतें योगदान आसा. अशे भाशेन जायतो गोंयकार लोक जो भायर वेतालो तांकां मीस समरूंक तांकां कोंकणीचो उगडास येता तेन्ना मीस समरूंक पाद्री वेताले सगळे रोमी लिपीन बरोवपी आनी उलोवपी. तशेंच आमचे तियात्र भायर भायर देशांनी वेताले ते सगळे रोमी लिपीन बरयताले. रोमी लिपी भाशेन जी कोंकणी आसा ते उलयताले. आमची गितां गायनां होय, जायतीं गितां कोंकणी गितां जी आसलेलीं ते एकूच समाजाची न्हू, क्रिस्तांवांचीच न्हू, हिंदू भाव जायते आमी बाराबोर वांगडा वावरून ही कोंकणी गितां आमी तांचो प्रचार केला. पूण चडशीं कोंकणी गितां रोमी लिपीन पयलीं बरयतालीं, उपरांत ल्हव ल्हव करून ती देवनागरी लिपीनूय बरोवंक आयली. जायते चळवळ करपी कोंकणी पासत जशे आसात आमचे उदय बाब भेंब्रे, दुसरे आसात तेय कोंकणी पासत झगडलेले, तांकां देवनागरी लिपी चड मानवली, बरें आसा. पूण जांकां रोमी लिपी मानवताली आनी इतिहासीक प्रमाणे रोमी लिपीन चड कोंकणी बरयल्ली आसा जेन्ना पुर्तुगेज आसले आनी पुर्तुगेज गेल्या उपरांत रोमी लिपीनूच बरयल्ली कोंकणी साल्वार जाली वो सांबाळून उरली हें कोणाच्यानूच नाकारूंक जायना. आनी हाका लागून रोमी लिपीक देवनागरी लिपी वांगडा तितलोच दर्जो मेळोंक जाय. म्हाका दिसता आमचे जे आमदार आसात ते हाचेर भासाभास करतले आनी रोमी लिपीकूय तितलोच मान मेळटलो. आनी आमच्या इस्कॉलांनी जी आमची कोंकणी पुस्तकां आसात जी आतां देवनागरीन आसात ती रोमी लिपीनूय बरोवपाक वावर सुरू जातलो म्हूण हांव आस बाळगितां. Now, my dear friends, coming to the last issue, Sunburn in Goa. It was happening in North Goa, and now this year they decided to go to South Goa. Probably, of course, because of what happened last year. They were told to shut down by 10 o'clock. The police also took it strictly and closed down many stages that crossed 10 o'clock, which is the sound limit time for us in Goa. Therefore, maybe they got frustrated there and are now going to South Goa. Now, people are protesting against Sunburn in South Goa because it is implied that Sunburn is equal to drug trade. My dear friends, let me also shed some light and share my opinion on this. Events like Sunburn are not bad by itself. An idea of Sunburn is good. Now listen to me carefully and don't just cut off and paste only some sentences from my speech or from this video and make a controversy out of it. Listen carefully till the end what I'm trying to say. Sunburn as an event by itself is not bad. It brings Goa to a limelight. It brings Goa at a global level because global stars come in Goa. They come to know about Goa, they go and share, and a lot of tourists want to come to Goa later. Then celebrities will come to Goa, thus giving us good businesses, be it for our taxi drivers, our shack owners, hotel people. This gets our economy moving. And therefore, when Goa is brought to that limelight at global level, as a Goan, I feel proud. But then, yes, things like drugs and all those things have been happening. But the thing is it the organizers of Sunburn that encourage drugs for this event? Or is it that those people who come there already have drugs and come in? So instead of blaming those who do Sunburn, we should be vigilant and go on questioning the police department, the home ministry to take strict action on those who supply drugs. And if at any case the organizers themselves of Sunburn are found guilty, then yes, we should scrap Sunburn totally. But in an EDM event like this, for a younger generation that is coming, it is attractive, also gives us the chance to put our own local artists at a stage where the global artists will be able to recognize them and view them, and probably our artists, local artists, will get some chance to go at a higher level. They will get opportunities to perform at better places and be well known. When our local artists are well known, Goa will be well known. But then we have to be careful. Why people are against Sunburn, and even me, partially against Sunburn, is because of these three reasons. That a lot of drug trade did happen, even though if the event managers or event management companies or the ones who are organizing it are not directly responsible, but nobody took care to inspect people who took drugs or brought drugs inside the venues also. Secondly, they do not close down on time, causing noise pollution exceeding the time limit that is given. And therefore, it is necessary that they start on time, end on time, and don't disturb the environment. The third and the most important, the organizers of Sunburn do make their profit, but they did not pay the local people well. The land that was used belonged to the Comunidad of Anjuna, and the people of Anjuna, the Comunidad, went on complaining that Sunburn organizers did not pay them their dues, which is wrong. The High Court of Bombay in Goa also declared that Sunburn 2022 was illegal, and therefore, even after that, it continued. Last year, big thing happened that we were not allowing them to have Sunburn on 31st Jan because it hampers, it puts our local businesses into danger because that's the New Year's Eve. When people will start going to Sunburn, locals will suffer a lot, of course. And therefore, we did not want that. But even after that, Sunburn went on advertising. It became a mess for Sunburn organizers. It became a mess for Goans also. Now that Sunburn wants to go to South Goa, do you make sure that you will comply by the rules? Do you make sure that you will not encourage drugs? Will the police give us guarantee that these things are not going to happen? The traffic will be managed well, that locals also will be having their dues paid. Locals will be able to run their businesses properly and not hamper it. That there will be no bouncers, bodyguards, and so on threatening the locals just because they are trying to keep the decorum or the well organized system of event like Sunburn. If these things can be kept, I don't think Sunburn is a problem. But if they are going to turn a blind eye on this, which is probably, of course, going to happen given all the political pressure and the crony capitalists trying to influence our politicians, looks like, even though I say that police should be on the guard not to allow these things, somehow these things may happen. I want to tell the people, sunburn does not spoil your youth. It is our youth themselves who have to make a choice whether they want to get spoiled or not. We cannot blame outsiders only. Family members also need to take responsibility. That if they are sending their youngsters, it depends on how they have raised the youngsters and what values they are teaching them. Why sunburn, which comes only 3 days a year, can spoil our youth forever? What about so many wine stores that are around us? A youngster can just go out, maybe in the name of going to college or tuitions or whatsoever, go and start drinking. Who will you hold responsible then? Should you not hold yourself responsible because you did not teach proper values? Or you did not show them the right way? Or is it that you over exaggerate on things and then you start thinking that almost everything is bad? What about your viewpoints? Not that drinking is good, not that drugs is good, but from where they have to pick up the values. It's the home. Other people will surely try to influence them. But what about the discipline that is needed to be learned at home? The confidence which youngsters need to build up with their elders at home. This is also important. Pointing out fingers always to others is not going to work. Thus, making things look like very that we Goans are very orthodox, narrow-minded. We should be open to opportunities, while at the same time making sure that we are vigilant. We have to make our own choice whether we want to turn bad or not. We cannot let go on things like sunburn, which is also an opportunity, come dangers, and we need to deal with it properly. I can give a knife in your hand. You need to decide whether you want to kill someone with it or you will use it for a proper use like cutting vegetables and fruits and cook a nice dish and eat it. It's all up to us. So with this note, I end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.